Hi, my name is John Green. When I'm not screaming like a madman on a microphone or writing scripts, I like to hang out with my friends and play board games. And one in particular that I love to play is Escape the Dark Castle. So, grab your snacks, pull up a chair, and let's dive into this here at the Game Realm. In this game, you'll be playing the roles of incarcerated prisoners that are trying to escape the Dark Castle. You need to work together as a team to go through the many obstacles that'll be heading your way, such as traps, monsters, and other gruesome challenges. Team cooperation is very important because if one player dies, it's game over. Seriously, this game is so much fun. It takes about 2 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to go over the rules, and about 30 minutes to play the game overall. And the really neat thing about this game, it's never the same game twice. Let's get started. Let's build a castle. As you can see, we have our starting card, our boss deck, chapter cards, chapter dice, and item cards. First thing you want to do is shuffle the boss deck. Have the dealer or a player choose a card face down. Next, take your chapter cards, shuffle it, and place 15 cards on top of the boss card. Then place your starting card on top of it. Shuffle your item cards and put it next to the castle deck. Done. Let's move on to choosing characters. Each player chooses a character and that character unique custom dice. If you look above the left-hand corner, you will see 3 symbols: might, cunning, and wisdom. The etch marks next to the symbols represents the amount that character has. As you will notice, each character has different value amounts for their stats. After you establish your character, place the health tracker next to it. Depending on how many players are in your team will determine how many hit points you start out with. So for a 2-player game, you start out with 18. For a 3-player game, you start out with 14. And for a 4-player game, you start out with 12. Incarceration in the Dark Castle has changed these prisoners for the worse. Have the dealer shuffle the character flaw cards and deal 1 card to each player. These flaws may come in handy during your quest. Let's go over gameplay by using this example. The objective of this game is to get through all the chapter cards and defeat the boss to escape. Remember, to watch each other's back. If one player goes down, you all lose. To start, just flip the first card and read out loud the text and how your group starts out. After years of incarceration in the depths of the Dark Castle, you finally break free of your cell. In a small stone room adjoining the cell block stands an old wooden chest. The lock is open. Draw an item card per player now. So 2 players will draw an item card. And as you see, we have the decayed blade and the replication stone. The players need to decide who gets to hold what item. Remember, each character can only hold 2 items at a time, so choose wisely. The cook will carry the sword, and the tailor will hold the replication stone. Before you begin your escape, as a group, decide which player will flip the next chapter. When a player is decided, place the metal U marker to that player. Then flip and read the next card out loud. But beware, chapter cards often have consequences. It will force you to make tough group decisions or provide an opportunity for one player to shine or plunge headfirst into immediate peril. There will be times when you're forced into combat. Let me show you in this example. This passage takes you past dark, unlocked cells. From inside, the sound of bony hands clutching steel is unmistakable. As a group, choose one option, then begin combat. Does the characters charge at them or lure them out? Now, it's important you read all this out loud. If they decide to charge at them, they only would have to face 2 dice, but if they don't defeat the dice rolls each round, they'll take 2 damage each. If they're smart and only lure them out, they'll have to face 4 dice. That is 2 fists plus this symbol equals how many players are in the game. So that'll equal 4 dice and only take 1 damage per round. The cook and the tailor decide to be smart and lure them out. So these are 4 symbols they'll have to take out. In order to take those out, they'll be rolling their unique dice and have to match the symbols in order to take out these chapter dice. And for every round they're not able to take out all the dice, they'll receive 1 hit point. All right, let's see how they do. All right, which is really good for this round. This, as you can see, is a shield plus 2. This is a shield plus 2 wisdom. If you notice, the wisdom symbol here and the wisdom symbol here matches. So therefore, this is eliminated. If there happened to be 2 of those with these 2 symbols, they would be able to take both of these out. So this is removed. And the cook has a shield plus 2 cunning. And as you can see, we have 1 cunning chapter dice here, so that is eliminated. But 2 fists remain. But the cool thing about this is they don't receive any damage because they also rolled shields. So no damage is taken this round. So now we go to the second round and we roll again. We have 1 cunning and 1 might. So 1 might takes out this chapter dice. But unfortunately, this cunning does not take out this because they don't match. Therefore, 1 chapter dice remains. Therefore, both parties take 1 hit point. So now they're down to 17. All right, let's hit to round 3. But you know what? The cook doesn't like being hurt. He wants to sit out this round. And you can do so. If one sits out a round, the others can still fight. When you sit out 1 round, you gain 1 hit point. So he sits out, and the tailor's going to take another swing. Unfortunately, the tailor only rolled the cunning, didn't match it, but the tailor will take 1 hit. But the cook doesn't because he stood back to gain 1 hit point. Now the cook feels bad for gaining that hit point. He decides, you know what, I'm going to join in and help you take out these skeletons. So they're going to roll again for the 4th round. All right, we have 2 cunning and a shield and a cunning. Unfortunately, it does not match the might chapter dice. So the cook will take 1 hit point, but the tailor will not because she rolled a shield. All right, let's start again. All right, this is looking really good. We have 1 wisdom, but we have 2 might and a shield. This chapter dice is done. And these guys are eliminated, so no more hit points will be taken. Every time you defeat a monster, you get to flip a new item card. A partially rotten apple. And the player will need to decide who gets to have that apple. Well, the tailor just took 2 hit points and is feeling pretty hurt. If you notice, you can discard this card and restore 1 hit point to that character. So the tailor is going to do so and gain that 1 hit point. Before advancing to the next chapter, it's always important to trade weapons or trade items or use items before advancing to the next chapter, because certain cards won't allow you to do that as you're going through the adventure. And that's pretty much it. You just keep on turning and resolving chapters until you complete the final chapter. It sounds easy, but believe me, it is tough. So what do you think? Is this something you and your friends would like to play? If so, I'll provide a link below so you can purchase your own copy. As you can see here, this is the course set that will provide you the means to play the game. But if you want a little extra flair, the Escape the Dark Castle Collector box set. Inside here there are trays so you can organize your cards and other such things. It'll also have health mark trackers along with these cool little metal skulls. The U token. 2 new starter cards. Epilogue cards. Pretty nifty. 2 relic cards. And these are called death dice. These are very cool, especially if you want to add more challenge to the game. Just throw these little puppies in there. And of course, a little dice bag to hold all the dice. We also have these cool little reminder cards, so you know what symbols are which and how turns are supposed to be played. Pretty nifty. Some new boss cards, some flaw cards, and of course a little manual to help you figure all this stuff out. But wait, there's more! They also have add-ons, such as the Cult of the Death Knight, Scourge of the Undead Queen, and Blight of the Plague Lord. Alright, in Adventure Pack 1, Cult of the Death Knight, it comes with 3 new character cards, along with character dice, 15 new chapter cards, a new boss card, a rule book to show you how to play the new cards, and cursed item cards, which are very nasty. So when you destroy a monster, you have to choose which player draws the card. So if that player draws a cursed card, it can mean damage to your character or the entire group. So beware. Adventure Pack 2, Scourge of the Undead Queen, comes with the new boss card, 15 new chapter cards, 2 new items, and 3 event cards. Now, what these event cards do is allow you to gain a companion to join you on your quest to escape the Dark Castle, such as the Defecting Guard, the Spirit of the First Prisoner, and the Witch Hunter. Adventure Pack 3, Blight of the Plague Lord, comes with 3 new character cards along with their character dice, new boss card, 15 chapter cards, 4 item cards, and 4 plague cards. So not only do the items can cause you plague, but even the monsters in this adventure as well. So beware. Well, that is all for now. I hope you enjoyed the show. Oh, and before I leave, I'm going to be doing a run-through of this game in another video. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you again at the Game Realm.